Welcome back to This Is Not CBC.
Welcome back to This Is Not CBC. You wanted the deep dive? You wanted the dirt they've been trying to bury under national security labels and privacy concerns. Well, grab a shovel, because we're going back 30 years to look at the circles our governor of Canada and his liberal pals have been running in. While the liberals are busy resigning and fleeing to London or Paris, we're looking at the connections they really don't want to talk about. Let's start with Mark Carney and his wife, Diana Fox. Last year, some very inconvenient photos from 2013 resurfaced. They show Mark and Diana at the Wilderness Festival in Oxfordshire, looking very chummy with none other than Ghislaine Maxwell. Now, the Carney camp's excuse? It's a classic. They claim they just bumped into her and that they aren't friends. But let's look at the coincidences. It turns out Diana Fox's sister went to high school with Ghislaine Maxwell. In the world of the ultra-elite, these aren't coincidences, they're networks. Mark Carney spent 13 years at Goldman Sachs. For those keeping score, Goldman Sachs was the playground where the world's most powerful, including the Epstein types, moved their money. Imagine bumping into a convicted sex trafficker at an exclusive festival and having the presence of mind to pose for a non-friend photo. I guess when you're the governor of the Bank of England, you just happen to attract people with private islands and black books. You want to talk about the last 30 years? Let's talk about the liberal giants who paved the way for Carney's globalist aspirations. Bill Clinton, a man whose name appears on Epstein's flight logs more times than a safety briefing, was the best of friends with Jean Crétin. They were the power duo of the 90s. While they were busy signing NAFTA, they were also sharing the same philanthropic circles that Epstein used to buy his way into respectability. Frank McKenna, the former liberal premier and ambassador to the U.S., has been a mentor to Carney for years. McKenna is a man who knows where all the bodies and the flight logs are buried in the Atlantic region. Just recently, U.S. Congressman Thomas Massie dropped a bombshell. He claimed the FBI has a list of Epstein's clients that includes a billionaire from Canada. Why hasn't the Liberal government, the one Carney is currently leading from the shadows, demanded to see that name? Is it because they already know who it is? Is it because that billionaire is currently funding a Liberal leadership race or a sustainable green energy project? Think about the timing of these resignations. Bill Blair, UK High Commissioner. Natalie Drouin, Ambassador to France. Chrystia Freeland, the Oxford exit. They are leaving right as the code red on China fails and the Epstein files start naming international billionaires. They aren't resigning because they're tired of the commute to Ottawa. They're resigning because the vibe check in the global elite lounge is coming back guilty. Carney wants you to believe he's the new Liberal Party, but he's the same old elite, just with a more expensive haircut and a wife who went to school with the Maxwells. He spent 30 years in the same rooms as the people on those lists, and now he wants us to trust him with our trade deals? They want to partner with China because they understand each other. Both groups love secrets, both love controlling the masses, and both hate it when the commoners start asking about their flight logs. If you've spent 30 years in the most exclusive rooms in the world, you don't bump into Ghislaine Maxwell by accident. You're in the club, and right now, the club is burning down. And the Liberal MPs are the first ones at the lifeboats. Thanks for watching. This is not CBC. Pay attention, Canada. We are in for a bumpy ride.